Greetings. I want to provide you with a brief guided tour of the course Blackboard site so you understand where the resources are for this course that'll help you succeed. So when you enter the course, by default, it's going to open up to the announcements page. I will also usually email those announcements to you as well, but I encourage you to come and check every day, maybe more than once a day, to see if there are any new announcements posted and any new resources available, etc. So really make it a habit to check the Blackboard site every day, and maybe even more than once a day. Down the left side, I'm in student preview mode. I have a bit of a different view as an instructor, but I want to show what you're going to see when you come into the course. You'll see along the left-hand side a variety of menu items. I'm going to just take you through a quick guided tour of those items so that you understand where all the information is. So course notifications is going to be your one-stop shop for anything related to the course in terms of announcements, tasks, etc. So that you'll see things there. You can use it as you like for your own information. There's instructor information. So my information, contact information, including office hour, an office hour link for Zoom. We may provide another space on the site to make clear about office hours. But my contact information here, all the information you need. And there's also a welcome from me personally about the course, or about me actually as an instructor in the course. So I encourage you to watch the video. It's not that long, but it'll provide you a little bit of background about me as a department chair, as instructor, my background in terms of education, etc. The next section is the section you're going to spend most time with course content. There's a textbook link. I think that you're going to need that in order to get access to your textbook. It's not quite clear if that's going to be the process, but that's a place to start. There's a place to get your code for the course in that case. So it should look like this, and there should be a reveal access code that you're going to use when you're asked to actually go out and go to the Pearson MyLab economics site, which is where the eText is and other resources that you're going to need for the course. So let's go back, right? So start here. I'm going to provide a whole variety of information, especially if you're new to online learning, how the getting started, the course organization, time commitment, etc. The important steps to take for the course in general. So these are pretty generic. They're not just for this course, but for any online course that you're taking. So I encourage you to look through this information. Right? There's a variety of resources and information on this page. So take a look through that. In fact, I encourage you to make sure to go through all the different parts of the Blackboard site as a first step in the course. Course information, valuable space. There is a week-by-week course schedule here that you can download or bring up on the screen in a Word version as well as a PDF. There's an introduction to the course, a video introduction to the course, and there'll be a Blackboard course, this Blackboard course site overview as well posted here. And what you'll see at the very top are links to the textbook and the Pearson MyLab, my Econ Lab digital resources. So you can use these links to get to the textbook, to get to my Econ Lab, and that's what you're going to need to do in particular at the very beginning in order to get connected with the resources that you need for this course, the textbook and the MyLab site. So as it says here, I encourage you to use the Google Chrome browser when you use this site, because it may cause problems with other browsers. So I encourage you to do that. You can see at the very top, there are ways that there's sort of breadcrumbs. You can get back to the level you were by using the navigation at the very top of your screen. So we're back to course information, right, which is this link right over here on the menu. If you go to the syllabus area, you'll see downloadable PDF and Word document syllabi. And again, another video giving you an overview of the key points in the course syllabus. I encourage you to watch that video. Again, it's not that long. In addition, I encourage you to print out a copy of the course syllabus so you always have that handy. Most of the questions that you might have about the course are going to be answered in that course syllabus. Learning units, that's another big area we're going to spend lots of your time. So the learning units are by different topics. In the course information site, you'll see the different topics, the different units, what they're about, and how they play out week by week in the course, in the week by week schedule. I will post a schedule for the week every Sunday night, what's due, what kinds of content you should be looking at, what's coming up, etc. But a lot of that will involve you being in these different learning units. So what's a learning unit? I'm just going to take you to one of them. Let's say Unit 3. And so each one will have a similar kind of look and feel. There'll be learning objectives for each unit. That'll be at the top. For each one of the learning units, there'll be an introduction, an audio introduction. It's a short, maybe 3 or 4 minutes introduction to the chapter. And then there'll be a section on instruction that will have, I'll give you the specifics in the weekly schedule, but for this unit, this is what you're going to need to do. Typically, it's going to be very similar for each one, right? You're going to need to read a particular chapter in the textbook, complete a reading quiz, right? You're going to use the assignments. We'll get to that in just a moment. The assignments and exams link in Blackboard in the course site. There are PowerPoints, not narrated, but there are PowerPoint slides. And then I have a video that's a reading guide for each one of the chapters that we're going to be going through as well. So I encourage you to watch that. It provides a useful overview of the chapter, what you should pay attention to, what are the key points, etc. And then you'll see in most chapters, not every one or not every unit, but most, something called demonstration videos. Those are typically a separate folder here in the unit. If I click on that demonstration videos title, you'll see that there are a number of videos. In this case, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different videos that go through key concepts and ideas in the chapter. Typically, they're not narrated PowerPoints. They're working through typically graphs or problems in the way that I need you to be able to think about it. And so watching somebody do that would be like watching somebody do it on a whiteboard, and then give you the opportunity to do that as well. These are the kinds of things you're going to need to do for homework exercises, for exams. And so this goes beyond just reading what's in the textbook in each chapter, but how to use the information in those chapters to do economic analysis. So those demonstration videos are really important. Right? So that's the way each one of these units will look. It'll have the same kind of look and feel in terms of what's included in each one of them. Assignments and exams over on the left side menu. These, if you look in the syllabus, these are all the different graded kinds of assignments. These are folders, and this will begin to populate as we get into the course. You'll click on these and you will see the next assignment on that page. So for example, in the reading quiz, actually these links will change, and what you'll see are particular assignments here. This will be blank initially, but then it will build out as we add those assignments throughout the semester. All right, so this is a useful place. This will be where you'll go in terms of doing things during the week when I do the weekly schedule. Okay? So these are all the different areas of the course where there'll be graded work, and you can refer to that in the syllabus when it talks about assignments and grades, grading in the course. So that's where that goes. All right. So that course content area, that's going to be the biggest thing that you're going to pay attention to throughout the semester. I might be adding some additional course content links here as we go along. And throughout the Blackboard site during the semester, but I'll announce those in Blackboard as we go. All right, so you can go directly to announcements page. Remind is a tool that we'll use in this course. You'll see the remind messages here, but these are text-based messages that I will send out to you as reminders that something's due, something's coming up. People students have found this very helpful in the course, and so I will ask you to join the class. You'll sign up. You will put in your cell phone number. You will have access to my cell phone number. Well, no, actually, we won't have access to each other's number. Remind sits in between. So I don't see your cell phone number. You don't see mine. But messages that get shared will get shared directly as a cell phone message. All right, so you will sign up for that. And you'll have access to me, not just by email, but also via text message through the Remind app. Again, I want to be really clear. I don't see when you sign up with this. I mean, you have to connect your cell number. I've connected my cell number, but we don't see each other's cell phone numbers, nor do you see any cell phone numbers of anybody else in the class. The Remind just sits in between. This is a tool that's used by K-12 schools, high school, colleges all around the country. It's actually really useful. Students have found it to be a really valuable tool. So I'll be asking you to join the class, and any messages will also appear here in this space. It's discussion boards. We'll use discussion boards from time to time in the class, and you'll see those discussion board forums here. I'll make explicit notice about that as we get to that. Zoom, that's what we'll use tool we use for any kind of class sessions and for office hours, etc. So that will be in the space right here, right? And so there'll be Zoom sessions throughout the course, and that's the way the office hours will be conducted as well, and they will appear generally will appear here if there's as they're scheduled. There's some additional course tools. You want to check your grades at any point in time. Use the My Grades. And if you need support, technical support, library support, tutoring support, those links are also available to you. But again, much of your time is going to be spent in this course content area. So really get to know that well, and what is available in that space. Again, contact information about me, as well as background information about me in the instructor information section of the course. So I look forward to being together with you this semester. Get to know the Blackboard course site. This really is the hub for the course.